Give thanks for the Almighty. At this hour of 111, we give thanks for this time that we are coming together to spend time raising our vibrations, raising ourselves up to divine mind, to our divinity, remembering who we are, what we are, so that we can live our life as we should, divine beings having a human experience. May this session be powerful for someone, empowering for someone, enlightening for someone. May it stir up the soul of those who need to be stirred up. And may anything that needs to be released, may it be released today. May anything that needs to be renewed in the mind, may it be renewed today. May anything that needs to be amplified in the spirit and the soul so that they can move forward, may it be done today. We already speak that it is so. We already know that it is so, so we give thanks. Ashe, 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 oh, amen, 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 amen. Give thanks. All right, well, welcome. We have a little bit more on the call today than we usually have, so I'm grateful. As I was saying before I got started, if you're in Atlanta, the snow is here. Beautiful. So I did my prayer and meditations this morning in my front room so that I can vibe out with the snow. Anybody else enjoying the vision of the snow? You know, I know for y'all people who are from up top, don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. We enjoy the snow. This is snow to us, okay? I know y'all like, this ain't no snow. We be getting 25 feet of snow at our house. This snow to us, okay? And it's sticking, like what? What do you mean? We might can get a whole snowball out of this. So we give thanks. But I give thanks. The sight is beautiful. So I give thanks. Anytime I'm able to behold the beauty of the Most High, I'm grateful. So for the sun, the snow, even the rain, the sound of the rain, all of these elements are just beautiful ways for us to behold the Most High. And I think we should appreciate it in that way. Oftentimes we get caught up in the inconvenience of it all. You know, oh, it's so cold. Oh my God, I can't drive. Where's the good in it? Let us look for the good in it all. Be that person, okay? Let us strive to be that person that looks for the good in everything. Well, people be like, girl, don't even talk to her because you know she gonna try to see the good in it. Okay, good. Yes, I'm that one. I'm that one. I want to be that one. For those who can appreciate it, give thanks. For those who don't appreciate it, give thanks as well, because I'm still that I am, you know. And if you continue to be that, then guess what you will see in your life? You will see the goodness of the Almighty in your life, always. Depends on where your mind is what you see in your life. You want to know kind of where your heart is, where your consciousness is. Look at the fruit of your life. Look at how your life is flowing. Is your life full of turmoil and stress, conflict, despair? Then you may want to work on renewing the mind, purifying the heart, getting yourself back to your divine self, your divinity, remembering who you are, remembering what God is, this thing we call God. Some call the creator, some call whatever you may call it, but remembering what that is, because there is where our power lies. There is where our life force energy lies. And it's where, if it's once we tune into that, remember that and connect with that, then we'll be able to experience that through our lives. We only move away from that experience when we separate ourselves and begin to entertain this notion that we should be fearful, we should be anxious, we should be sad, we should be angry. When we separate, that's when we decide. It's your decision. You're deciding to not live in your divinity. So don't blame nobody else now. Don't blame nobody else. Since I'm in the Midwest gal, okay? So I get all the seasons and forget to appreciate it since I'm just used to seeing it. When I moved out west, I did miss it though. Ashe. Well, let's appreciate it all. I'm in Buffalo. Ooh, Lord. And okay, the snow looks pretty. She said, okay, the snow looks pretty. Thanks. Appreciate at least the beauty of it. This is not to acknowledge. This is not to not acknowledge. Let me say this about being adamantly on the positive side of our life. It's not to acknowledge that there is duality in life, but by law, by spiritual law, period, by energetic law, by universal law, whatever, however you want to call it, not by man law, but by the universal law, by the divine law. Whatever it is you focus on, that's what you continue to experience in your life. So if we know duality is there, then okay, we know duality is there. But you have the power of choice on where you're going to focus your mind, where you're going to focus your energy. And this is in alignment with what, I said a prayer, what should we focus on today during the session? And I did a card pull and just to see if I can get some inspiration for this session. And the inspiration came for me to, I know I've covered this before, I think in one of our meditation sessions, but for me to focus in again on the notion of love. I was reading something this morning that said, the only definition of God in the Bible is God is love. And if you have the idea that, if you have the, I would say wrong idea, but I would say like imbalanced idea or flawed idea about love, or if you have a traumatic experience, have had a traumatic experience around the notion of love, and so now you kind of back away from love, then it's going to be difficult for you to experience God and experience divinity in its nature. And so I want to spend a little time on us really looking at love, not as a notion, not as a concept, but love as what it is in depth. Love. Prior to the romanticizing of it, the Roman version of it, what we tend to exercise is the Roman version of love, romance, Roman version of love. Roman version of love is full of attachments, possession, many times strife, misunderstanding. And oftentimes the premise of it is because you are functioning in a place of attachment and possession. And it's being perceived as love. I love my children. So it's out of love that I do this and I do that for my or about my children or whatever it may be. I love my husband. I love my mate. I love my wife. I love my mom. But a lot of times we desire things from our loved ones and all of these different things that we love from our place of possession, from our place of attachment. We are perceiving love as something personal, and we're perceiving love as something that a person owes us or that life owes us. But this is not what love is. So I desire to take the challenge of talking a little bit about the essence of love so that maybe we can fully understand it and really be able to experience God. Then we truly can show up in love for our spouses, for our children, for our parents. Because a lot of times, the way we're showing up in love with each other is causing stress and problems and strife and drama. And that's just reality. And oftentimes we don't know. We're not trying to show up in that way, but we do. And it's really not from a place of love. It's more from a place of attachment. So if you will, can I get a ashe or amen if we can go ahead and vibe on love today? Just so I can gauge to see if you all are present and accounted for. Y'all know y'all not in person with me, so you got to engage with me a little bit online just so I can vibe with you. All right, ashe. All right. So this, what you're seeing here, is something that we use in OU Ministries in our study groups. This is the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. As many of you all know, I base a lot of my teachings from the Bible as a holy text. I view the Bible as a holy text that can, if you know how to read it, it can really give you some insight about life and how life and God works and your divinity works. So I just want you to just see metaphysically. Those who may not be familiar with metaphysical study, metaphysical is the deeper, the essence of what we're talking about here, the deeper level of what we're talking about when we talk about love. So I'm just going to read over this and then we'll vibe a little bit. And then I would like for us to use our meditation time today to try to tap into the love vibration, to try to tap into it. So love. The metaphysical meaning of love is the pure essence of being. If we even just stop there, that's enough for me. The pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family or whole universe. Of all the attributes of God, love is undoubtedly the most beautiful. In divine mind, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the entire universe and everything in it. It's the great harmonizing principle known to man. Divine love is impersonal. It loves for the sake of loving. It is not concerned with what or who it loves, nor with the return of love. Anybody getting triggered right now? Be honest with yourself. Like the sun, its joy is in the shining forth of its nature. I'm going to read that back. Like the sun, its joy is the shining forth of its nature. That's the epitome of the pure essence of being. Love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself. Is not puffed up. Love is an inner quality that sees good everywhere and in everybody. It insists that all is good. And by refusing to see anything but good, it causes that quality finally to appear uppermost in itself and in all things. Oh Lord, I not lost anybody yet? Anybody tuned out yet? Oh, here we go. Oh, matter of fact, I just thought about Martin Luther King, giving honor to him, tipping my hat off. A lot of people don't are against Martin Luther King teachings of love. Oh, look at that divinity. I just thought about that. Put two and two together. They say Martin Luther King, that's all he spoke about is love and the essence of love. Many don't know he was speaking about it in this manner, not, love your neighbor in the manner that others think and they resist. Let me keep reading. Love is the great harmonizer and healer. Whoever calls on God as Holy Spirit for healing is calling on divine love. Divine love will bring your own to you, adjust all misunderstandings, and make your life and affairs healthy, happy, harmonious, and free. Love, therefore, is the fulfillment of the law. As the churches I grew up in, Selah. I'm just doing a little Selah moment, okay? Selah. All right? Which my Bible taught me is pause and ingest. That's what Selah means. Pause and ingest. Okay? Like my Baptist inheritance. I'm going to read that back. The pure essence of being, love, the metaphysical meaning of love, the pure essence of being, the pure essence of being that binds together the whole family. Of all the attributes of God, love is undoubtedly the most beautiful. In divine mind, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. It's the great harmonizing principle known to man. I'm going to stop there. In divine mind, in your right mind, you better get in your right mind. In your right mind, in your divine mind, in your raised up to God level mind, in your mind of a divine being, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony, meaning harmony that you may not understand, harmony that you may not feel is harmony, harmony that you may not think is there. In your divine mind, love, God. Remember the Bible said God is love. This is in John, that's the scripture I'm quoting. In divine mind, love, God is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe, everything, and everything in it. The great harmonizing principle known to man. I'm going to drop down here. Love is an inner quality. It resides in you because remember, God is indwelling. Love is God. God is love. Love is indwelling. Love is an inner quality that's already there. The only thing that moves you away from it is your ego. And that's okay. We got ego, y'all. And our goal for the ego is to raise it up to God level so we can be using our ego for the sake of our being. Love is an inner quality that sees good everywhere and in everybody. Why? Let's jump back up here, because love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony, the universe and everything in it. And it's the great harmonizing principle known to man. We're going to stop right there with that. Anybody vibing with me? Let me go over here too. Let me go over here and see what y'all talking about. I've always loved that about your teachings, that you're inclusive. Inclusive, and many who know that the biblical teachings aren't excluded from many spiritual foundations, period, poo. Especially in this country, being that most of our ancestors, guess what they was reading from? Okay, don't denounce it. So quit playing with your ancestors. That's why some of them mad at y'all. Y'all around here burning Bibles and talking about, I'm conscious now. I don't need this word. Okay, now you better respect your ancestors. Holy text can be revealed in many ways. And the minute you open your mind to that, maybe you can learn something and you can expand and you start walking around here talking about, I just can't manifest. This is synchronization, because I am reading all about love by Bell Hooks. Ashe, sis. Ashe. All right. Let me go back to the point that I wanted, that really resonated with me, and I desired to emphasize that word for today's session. When you understand that divine love, one is an essence, it's a vibration, it's an understanding, it is a position you take. Divine love is reality. Love is God. God is real. God is reality. God is reality. Okay. That which we perceive to be reality is not reality. What reality is God. And God is love. And God is the principle of divine harmonization. You know other ways we say that? Divine order, divine plan, divine design. That is God. If you know that, not just believe in that, and that's okay. If you at the level of believing, I'll take that, honey. I'll take that. I'll take it. Keep rocking with us, and you're going to get to the knowing. I tell you that. Let that belief lead you to do something about it. Let that belief lead you to take a leap of faith here and there. Then you're going to get the knowing from experience. Okay? So that's okay if you just believe it. But knowing that no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter what it looks like, that everything is divinely ordered and is divinely harmonized, then you can, as I described divine love as, you can accept and allow things as they are. Have a light heart. You don't have to try to control everything. You don't have to try to do anything. You have no fear. You can let people be who they are, situations be what they are. And you can stand at peace with the light heart in affirmation, affirming divine order. You can stand with a whole heart, affirm that, yeah, okay, I see what it looks like, but all is in divine order. All is working out for the good. It's going to work itself out. We'll see the good in it. If we don't even see it now, we'll see the good in it. God will reveal the good. The good will be revealed to us. You can stand like that with the light heart and an earnest heart, not just saying it just to feel better. You can know. So understanding that type of love, not all the, outside versions of love, how you feel. No, we're talking about this reality that everything is in divine order, everything is divinely harmonized. And because of that reality, there's this feeling. Anybody ever felt that feeling, that inner peace? That inner peace where it's like, oh, I'm good. People who want to stress and love the drama of it all, they don't call you. They don't call you. Because they ain't trying to hear none of that positive Annie stuff. I ain't trying to hear. They ain't trying to hear none of that vibration that comes from that divine love that you have found and now understand and now you know and you have seen it in your life. They ain't trying to call you now. And that's okay. Don't let them. Make sure if they do call you, maybe if they even made a mistake and thought they could, you better get it clear. Now you know you call, you know who you calling, right? Oh, okay. Now if you, as long as you know who you calling, I won't say nothing till you know who you call. You know who you calling? Oh, okay. Or if you want my opinion from that place, then that's cool. But if not, now I'm not the one. I'm not the one. So be like that. Because if you know, stand in your knowing. Don't be tempted to be a humble human. Don't be tempted to be a humble human. You are a divine being. Humble humans have fear sometimes. No, I'm going to switch that up. Humble humans they live in fear. They live in fear, they live in doubt, they live in danger, they live in survival mode. That's humble human mode. Divine being mode, you may get fear, but you know what to do about it. You start to call on the name of the Lord. You start to affirm, you start to meditate, you start breathing, you start doing whatever you need to do. Okay, Lord, show me the way. Hold me, Lord. Hold me up, Lord. You start calling on the glory. You start doing whatever you need to do. However, you start ashamed. You start dancing, however you do it, drumming, whatever you do, you know, when you are a divine being, you start dancing, jumping up and down, whatever I got to do to make sure my ego, my human self don't get in the way of this blessing that I know is boiling in this pot. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. That's what I'm going to do because I'm a divine being. And I know that I know the milk and honey. I know the glory of the Almighty. I know this divine harmonization, no matter what it looked like to me. And I also know that I don't know it. I know I don't know it all. I know I don't know every move. I know I don't know every synchronization, every puzzle piece. I know that because the Most High did it for me many times before, and I couldn't even call it. I couldn't even try to plan it like that. I don't know about y'all, but I want those type of situations to unfold in my life where I can't even plan it. I want to be able to say, girl, I couldn't even plan it. Bro, I couldn't even really tell you how it happened. But God, that's all I can tell you. But God, that's the position we want to take. When you take this position of divine love is a quality. Divine love is a principle. Divine love is an essence. Divine love resides in us naturally. We are born into this experience as pure positive energy. I say that a lot. What that means is we are born into this experience as divine being, one with God. We are born into this experience on a whole nother dimension. We as children come in, we with God, you know. It was a meme, it was a video or something. I call everything memes. I think they're videos, reels, TikToks, whatever it was, but I call them all memes. But it was of a little boy. He was looking up, he was in the bathroom. He looked like he was maybe one, a little less than one or a little over one. He was looking up in the bathroom. He was saying, good night. So genuinely, then he started blowing kisses. So mom is recording and she's like, who are you saying good night to? He's like, him. And she's like, what? Who is him? And he's like, him. He's looking at her like, you don't see him? And she looking like spooked out, you know, and he's like, he kind of looked at her like, all right, I'm going to bed, you know, because she clearly was going through it. But he was like, oh, okay, I said goodnight to him and I'm going through it. Children in a whole nother dimension. Let me tell you, bring them down to size, bring them down. And we do. Why? How? By projecting our fears, projecting our worries, projecting about life. Life is just stress. Life ain't what you want. Oh, Lord, help us all. But if we came into this experience with elevated beings like ourselves, give thanks for grace, Give thanks for elevation. Give thanks for growth. Give thanks for, expansion. But if our children came into this experience with people with divine minds, you will see a being walk this life in a dimension that will blow your mind. It's the same with us. If we can lower ourselves, literally lower ourselves, so that we can be as large as our divinity, we will see the miraculous nature of God through us. And all of these little bitty material things that we want, that we start to see and we like, I like them too, y'all, all of them. I tell you all the time, now don't get me twisted. I like it all. I want the money, the cars, the house, the home, the love, the man, the clothes. I want it all. But that's little. That's the human nature. That's little. That's nothing. Once you get into love, the divine acceptance and allowance of everything to be, knowing that it's in divine order, it is divine harmonized, so you don't get in the way of it. But you continue to just affirm you in it. If it's a situation, let me bring it down to size. If it's a situation, you got a supervisor getting on your nerve. You got a spouse that you just can't quite stop fighting with. You got a child who getting on your last nerve. You got a vision that you just ain't seeing through. You have a friendship that's having struggle, or any of these unpleasant things that happen in our lives. When you are of the mind of divine love, you accept it as it is, knowing that there's a purpose there. And then you are in your divine mind. So you ask yourself, well, what would I like for this to be like? What would I like to see out of my child? What would I like to experience from my relationship? What would I like to experience with my relationship with my supervisors or higher ups? What would I like? What is my being saying I desire that's in alignment with me? What is that? And when you realize what that is, and you take the position of just continuously affirming that, it doesn't matter what your relationship have been through, what your child, I don't care if your child been like that for 10 years, that's just him. Stop saying that. Start affirming what you desire from it. My relationship, start affirming. And I'm not saying people are changed. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if the people are changed. Well, Queen, you don't know him. You don't know. It ain't got nothing to do with them. That's where you messed up at. It don't have nothing to do with them. Focus on you. Affirm what you desire in life. And let me tell you something. When you begin to affirm what you desire in life and acknowledging your being and acknowledging what's in alignment with you, and then standing in your knowing that I'm always taken care of, I'm covered by grace, everything is always working out in my favor. When you begin to do that earnestly, the people in your life, the things in your life, the jobs in your life, either they'll level up to your level, or you will be removed from it and placed in a position where you can be you. Ashe? That's real. If you know that, I have experienced, I bear witness. I've had several, if not more than several, many clients, a job that they never thought would shift energy. Now they love it. And they got promotion. They done fell in love with the boss, all type of stuff. Now they best friends. They doing big stuff. I'm telling you. Relationships that have been struggling for years, once they got an understanding of themselves, some of them, it parted, but it parted in a divine way. And they began to vibe on a frequency of a higher frequency where even though they're splitting, they are still vibing on a high frequency with each other. And many of them have stayed together. And the vibrations raised because one or both of them stood in their divinity and spoke a word and stood on that word of elevation of that relationship and the vibrations in it. The key is, as you stand in divine love, stand on who you are, what God is revealing to you as what's in alignment with you. No matter what is happening on the outside, see yourself, feel yourself, connect with yourself, being you. As you are being you, without limitation, without fear, without stress, without anxiety, what are you? Who are you? That's where I want us to vibe at in our meditation today. You as you. I remember I did a scripting exercise where I put my name in the middle of a poster. And I sat down and I released everything off my shoulder, my heart, my mind, everything. And I just sat in my light being and allowed the visual and the feeling and emotions to come as me with no limitation, with no worry, no doubt, no stress, no nothing. What is that? Oh man, I am glorious. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am supported. I am seen. I am respected. That's what comes. And you can see that. We have to unfold that. And oftentimes we can't because we're caught up in what we see. And we're not caught in our divine mind, where even though what we see, we're still expressing love from our being. What is love? If you can accept this definition of divine love, it may be powerful for you in your life. It has been for me. And by all means, you can vibe on this frequency of love and gain your own definition of it and how you articulate it. But how I have accepted and articulated it, and it came to me a few years ago. And my testimony is, as I began to understand what love truly is, my heart light and my heart healed. And not only did my heart lighten and my heart heal, but I was able to express that love and help the healing of my mother's heart. And that's, I know, was the alignment that God wanted in life, for me to lighten my heart and really get to know what love is, so that she can know what love is and feel what love is before she transitioned. I know that to be true. That it came right on time. My understanding of love came right on time, so that she can at least have 2 to 3 years of divine love, the essence of love, not what she thought it to be, but what it truly is, and be able to feel that and help lighten her heart before her time of transition, which is a powerful thing. Shay, that's my testimony. Divine love is the acceptance and allowance of things to be as they are, knowing, and I'm going to switch it up. I used to say everything is always working out on our behalf, knowing that everything is in divine order and is divinely harmonized. The acceptance and allowance of things to be as they are, knowing that everything is in divine order and in divine harmony. Period. It takes courage. It takes adamancy. It takes faith. But when you stand in it, you can stand in your divinity. And your divine destiny can come to pass. We're going to go into meditation now. In this meditation, I desire for us to feel love, the acceptance and allowance of things to be as they are, knowing that it's in order. I am who I am. Nothing that's happening, nothing that I see will ever limit me from being who I am. So I'm going to just take a moment to spend time with me, without the notion that there's anything that's getting in the way that I can't do as me. So I'm going to lead you into meditation with just a brief breathing exercise to relax you. But then we'll take a moment in silence, and I want you to just visualize, feel, be in the vibration of you. No limits, no realities, just you. How God has put in your head, your heart, your vision as who you are. From the core of you all the way to the extensions of you. What does that look like? That's the purpose of the meditation today. So let us get in a comfortable position. You can sit up or you can lay down for this meditation. The only necessity is for you to hear me. Outside of that, get comfortable, all the way relaxed. And please, I ask everyone to stay on the call until we close to the benediction time. Stay on the call. But I ask that you stay present in the moment. If you have any distractions around you right now, remove those distractions. Acknowledge that this is a powerful moment that God has chosen to be in your life. Acknowledge that you never know what this moment, what this meditation will do for you. So stay present in the moment, relax. Allow your entire being to relax, your mind. Detach from any thoughts you may be entertaining right now. Just release the mind. Allow the mind to be still. Allow your heart to relax. Let's start with the breath. Just breathing in through the nose slowly. Inhale deep breaths. Slowing the breath down, exhaling through the mouth. As you inhale, breathe as deep as you can. Slowing the breath down, relax. And slowly and completely release the breath through the mouth. Relax the body. Allow the tension in the shoulders to release. Relax the arms. Completely relax. Allow your hips and your joints to relax. Even feel your ankles and feet, your toes relaxing. On the next inhale, take a deep breath in and hold it for a few seconds. And then release that breath through the mouth. Slow, as slow as you can, all the way out. Do that again 2 more times. Deep breath in, as deep as you can go, holding it for a few seconds, as long as you desire. And then releasing it through the mouth. I'm going to take you through a body relaxation exercise. As you continue to breathe, you can breathe at your own pace, but slow the breath down. Relax the breath. As you continue to breathe, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Hold that position. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. Continue to breathe. Let's do that one more time. Bring the shoulders to the ears. Hold it. And when you release, allow the shoulders to just drop. Go limp. Breathe. Relax. Releasing the thoughts. Thoughts come into the mind, acknowledge them and let them go. Bring your attention back to the breath. Bring your attention back to the body. Now, tense up your forehead like a frown, really tight frown. Even more. Tight, tight frown. Now release it. Relax. We're going to do that one more time. I want you to frown as hard as you can frown. Scrunching your face all the way up. Hold it. Now release. Relax. Breathe. Next, with your fist, ball up your fist as tight as you can, both fists. Hold it. Till your arms feel tense. Your whole fist feel tense. Hold it. And release. Relax. We're going to do that one more time. Ball up the fist as tight as you can. Your arm should be tight, tight as you can. And release. Relax. Now, whether you're sitting or laying, flex your feet where your toes are going towards your head. Flex your feet. Hold that as tight as you can. And relax. We're going to do that again, flexing your feet up. Let your legs tense up. Let everything tense up. Then relax. Lastly, point your toes where your toes are going away from the head. Point them as firmly as you can. And then relax. Do that one more time, pointing the toes as firmly as you can. And relax. Feel your entire body relax. And as you're in your relaxed state, affirm within yourself that you are not your physical body. You are pure, positive, powerful, light energy. You are a manifestation of God. You are a reflection of the reality of God. At your very core, you are light. You are love. You are creative. You are expansive. You are divinely intelligent. You are intuitive. You are filled with purpose. At your very core, you are limitless. There is no end to you. Because of this, acknowledge and affirm within yourself that no matter what it seems, no matter what it feels like, no matter what it sounds like, The very essence of you is never trapped, is never stifled, is never limited. As you continue to breathe and relax and connect to the very core of you, acknowledge that the only thing getting in the way of you fully expressing all of you that God has intended for your life, the only thing getting in the way is the notion that you are not divine. Take a deep breath in, hold that breath, and release that notion. Take 2 more deep cleansing breaths, releasing all notions of limitations, all perceptions of doubt, fear, all emotions. Releasing all the chains, all the residue of human ego, of carnal mind, of error thought. And as you do that, take a moment to acknowledge you. Continuing to breathe and relax. Allow yourself to acknowledge the truth about who you are, what's in alignment with you. See yourself, as your highest self. What do you look like? What do you feel like? How do you think? How do you speak as your highest divine self? Just take a moment in stillness and silence and be with that highest self. Marvel at it. Feel it. Become one with it. In divine love, we accept that things are what they are. People are who they are. This will never, ever get in the way of the fact that you are a divine being and everything is divinely ordered and in divine harmony. So at every moment, you have the right and the permission to see yourself and your life. See yourself as your highest self, most divine self, and your life absolutely in divine order. What does it look like? How do you feel as your highest self? What experiences do you experience? How divinely do things sync up? In this moment, see yourself and also see your life. See yourself as the divine being that you are. And see your life in divine order and harmony as it is. As we close, state some affirmations within yourself under the acceptance and allowance. Affirm to yourself who you are. Yes, life is what it is. People are who they are. Things are what they are. But I am. Speak to your heart. Speak to your lower self. Stand with your higher self and affirm. I am peaceful. I am abundant. I am endless. I am divinely guided. I am covered by grace. I am the heir of the inheritance of the Almighty. Speak within yourself those things that come to you intuitively of who and what you are. I am. Now be still and know. Just be here in the moment. In appreciation, in joy and gratitude for who and what you are, for what life is. Get excited, knowing that everything is in order for your greatest good. Not a necessity for you to know the how, the when, the what, the where. Just know that you are divine and everything is divinely ordered and you are divinely protected and you are divinely provided for. Give thanks that yes, sometimes you know the how, but also appreciate that it's not a necessity for you to know that. All that is required for you to know is who and what you are. At the very core of you, God dwells within, and God is love. You are love. Ashe. Take one last deep breath in, deep as you can go. Hold it as long as you can, and when you're ready, you may release it. Ashe. Ashe. Taking your time, you can come back to the present moment. Maybe by wiggling your fingers and toes, giving yourself a little stretch. We give thanks for that moment of stillness, of alignment. And we speak that we carry that vibration with us as we move about our journeys. Ashe. Ashe. Give thanks. Right. Although you know I have the capacity to, I won't hold you much longer. But I desire to make sure that we leave here stronger. So, bars, y'all heard them bars? Um, I want to close out with the word that maybe we can carry with us. We already got a word. Anybody can put in the chat, what word are you walking away with today? Something that resonated with you, a word that was spoken to you. What was your bread for the day? Filling you up. I pray that we all received our daily bread. That's what we pray for when we pray for our daily bread. You know, did we receive that bread? Are we full? What were you filled up with today? What were you able to devour? And now take some more time on this beautiful Sunday to digest and let it do what it does. Let the nutrients of it get into your spirit, get into your soul, get into your mind, get into your heart. Ashe. Someone said self-love. Ashe. That I am the manifestations of Yah. Ashe. Acceptance and allowance. Period. Of course I accept it. It's all God. And God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Ashe. Me as I am is enough, more than enough. Oh, how powerful we are. Oh man, if we only knew. Oh, how blessed we are. Oh, how graced we are. How privileged we are for the mercy and the grace and the power that we have access to. I am divine being. God dwells within me always, sister. Accept and allow. Ashe. I am Ashe. Divinity. Ashe. I am love. Yes. I am the heir of God. I am all I need to be still. Yes, sis. Be still and know that knowing will carry you. The knowing will carry you. May my beloved's essence mingle with mine. Yes, Ashe. I love it. To stand on my knowing and vibe higher. Period, Pooh. Allowance. Any relationship can be uplifted with love. It's real. I don't care what it's been through. That's real. I'm living and giving the divine love that live in me. Yes. I receive it. Trust the unfolding. Always. Don't get in the way. Don't get in the way. I do not have to know all the details as I am divinely covered all the time. Yes, I am the manifestation of God. Ooh, itself. Ooh, y'all, I'm not going today. I said after last week, I'm not playing with y'all. I'm just kidding. Y'all know I be talking smack because I can't help myself. I gotta let it all be expressed. I gotta let it all be expressed. Okay. So I prayed before I opened the book. I prayed that a divine word be given to us, and this is the word that came as I opened the book. It says, "You, as ego, cannot really care for yourself. A power has already announced itself. I am here inside. Trust. A change has come over you, and you can no longer be the old self. Don't make any conclusions at all." Oh boy, take moves to challenges. Just be aware of this silent inner presence and completely surrender to it. You need not be concerned anymore about what shape life takes. Leave it all to the power and the presence of God. You, as ego, cannot really care for yourself. A power has already announced itself. I am here, inside. Trust. A change has come over you, and you can no longer be the old self. Don't make any conclusions at all. Just be aware of this silent inner presence and completely surrender. He used the word in it. He didn't say to it. Mm. Completely surrender in it. You need not be concerned anymore about what shape life takes. Leave it all to the power and presence of the Almighty of God. Ashe. Ashe, what a perfect word. Come on, somebody. Ooh, what a perfect word. Ashe. Somebody asked what book this is. White Fire by Muji. He has some really good just spiritual insights of Muji. One of the truth teachers that I adore, Muji. Everything about him reeks, pours out surrenderance. I love it. I love it. But that is White Fire. His book title is White Fire, Spiritual Insights and Teachings of Master Teacher Muji. All right. Ashe, what a perfect word. Surrender in it. I love that it says a power has already announced itself. I am here. Inside. Trust. Muji, Mooji. Mooji. He also has excellent meditations and pointings on YouTube. A power has already been announced. It says you can never go back to your old selves. I love it. Don't make any conclusions. How about this? How about this? Don't make any conclusions at all. Don't even come to no conclusions. I have concluded that. Oh, okay, don't do that. Let's not do that. Just be aware of that silence, inner presence of your divinity and completely surrender in it. Ashe. Ashe. I love it. It's a difference between surrendering to something and surrendering in something. To means it's separate from you. So you're trying to surrender to it. It's separate from you. It's already you. Surrender in it. Surrender in it. Ashe, Master Teacher. Correct us, because we be thinking we know stuff. Surrender to it. No, surrender in it. It's already you. It's already there. It's already you. You're already merged. You don't have to make an effort to connect. It's already you. Surrender in it. Ashe, y'all. Well, give thanks for the moment. Let me just say a closing prayer before we go. We give thanks for this word today. We give thanks for this time and moment of stillness. We just give thanks for our divinity. We give thanks for the courage that we will exude to be who and what we are. And we give thanks for the essence and the presence of divine love that carry us through and continuously remind us of who and what we are, so that no matter what we see, no matter what we think, no matter what it looks like, we continue to know that everything is divinely ordered and everything is in divine harmony, so that we be able to see the good, see the God, and continue to be able to experience that because of that sight, that insight. Ashe, 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 oh, amen, amen. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay warm. You're stuck inside or you decide to stay inside like I am. Enjoy your time of rest. Do some more self-introspection. Take this word that you got from this session and become one with it, all right? We desire for us to raise up and stay there, okay? We're not here for the just momentary good feeling now. I know we feel good. Oh, it's a good word. Ashe, Queen Yenn. Stay there. Stay there adamantly. Be loyal to your highest self. Be loyal to your highest self. Ashe, ashe.